Hey y'all, this is Wall Dog. Oof, am I tired. I look like I've been in the snow or the tundra. Because it's a little chilly. And I'm riding like bicycles, motorized bicycles. So um after I do this video, I just got home, but after I do this video there's a heavy e-bike over there that needs to be flipped over. I'm gonna flip it over and swap out the tire and do that. Fun stuff. Um, it's really interesting to me. I read in a book a little whiles ago where that you should do what you fear, and how doing things that you are afraid of is the way of opening up doors, doors that you should step through and that lead to other places. And I was reading in this new book today, a book about public speaking, and it's talking about how discouragement is what keeps you from doing things. Basically, self-pity. So discouragement is self-pity. And I was thinking to myself, okay, self-pity, from my wisdom, uh, my knowledge of the amygdala part of the brain, and the that part that worries, and your intuition, and like how those two things help uh, decide to do things. I was thinking to myself, well, how does fear and self-pity and discouragement, like, how are those things connected? How do they feel? What do they feel like? And what is my understanding of them? And why am I bringing it up in the first place? I'm bringing it up because it's interesting to think that, like, most of what I do and not do, or should I say most of as I go through life, stopping and starting, going, moving forward and stopping and looking around or whatever, it to me, I see a pattern. And I see different types of patterns, but one pattern I want to specify is where I move forward, I want to do something, but then there's the fear. And then it's like, okay, well, I acknowledge the fear and I step through it and I do it. And then it's like opening up a door and I feel different. And then it's like a different mindset. It's like doing that over and over and over again. And it's like, man, it's such a common thing. And I've got now, I've read these several books in the last few weeks that talked about this from different angles. And I'm like, well, I'm starting to get a bigger picture of like how I am. And it's interesting. It's like I'm starting to understand how my brain is a better understanding of how my brain is working. And it's interesting. And like I think back, I reflect sometimes that I did today. I reflected about like there are situations in which I'm like, well, how could I have handled that differently? Like, and one thing I thought about today was like, well, you shouldn't have gotten that predicament in the first place. You shouldn't have gotten in that situation to begin with. I'm like, well, That's not a very good answer, but that is an answer. It's like, how did things get that way to where I felt, you know, how I was feeling, and all the while in this like process of thinking, like being responsible and admitting, not only admitting but adhering to the principle that I made my choices always, even if things were happening all around, I was still making choices. So yeah, it's interesting. Uh, I hope moving forward in my life, I hope that I'm better able, or should I say, I'm more able to be aware of myself, to have a better awareness of how my brain and my body and my soul operate. And yeah, because I I realize now that I'm more aware, or should I say, I'm more experienced uh, with uh, things going south. There's things going wrong, I should say. It's like I want to be prepared, and I want to have the least amount of downtime when bad things or failures happen. I want to go through, what I need to go through as quickly as I can, because I realize, and that might be the answer to what I was talking about earlier. It's like, well, how did you get in that place to begin with? Well, because I didn't have enough downtime or knowledge, wisdom, experience to to recover myself, so to speak. I think that could be part of the answer. I think it's part of the truth. And part of me is a little frustrated, because it's like part of me wants to say, why is it so gosh darn difficult? Why can't we just take breaks sometimes? Why can't I just take a break? It ain't that way. It ain't that way. And there's not really breaks or excuses being an adult. There's denial, there's delusion, there's lies, but to me, that ain't really breaks. So I just want to get better. You know, I realize that as I'm talking about all these things, I'm talking about how I can better be of service to myself and to others as a person. All the while talking about this, there's all that spirituality, all the whole spiritual side that is such a big thing in my life. That is my life. That is my gift. That is everything to me, pretty much. I'm not talking about any of it. I'm just leaving that out of the picture. Why am I leaving it out of the picture? Because it's gonna happen whether I want to train it or not. Should I say? You know, I'm working on me. I'm working on the areas where I'm struggling. I'm not doing like I know I need to work on. And I'm also taking time, because I do meditate and I do prayer and I do spiritual stuff every day, and I do sometimes do it actively, and sometimes it just happens. Okay, so in an effort to not be at rock bottom, and me saying that, I realize that I'm overdoing it. I'm over emphasizing the process of making more, doing more, coming out ahead, so that when times are bad, I'm prepared. Am I overdoing it? I don't think so. maybe a little. So it's interesting that most of the psychological and speaking and the leadership, I mean, all those things that I'm reading about in sales and stuff like that. It's like you would, to me, it's like things that you would learn how to do or learn how to communicate with other people, right? But to me, it's not that. It's just it's like almost everything I learn is like a mirror to myself and what I am. If I'm not doing it right or whatever, it's just a big spotlight uh, on something I need to work on in myself. So I think it's interesting that these things I'm learning about that are supposed to be for how to handle other people or how to handle other people better, how to be more considerate, and how to be more successful in communication, which is, there's tips and tricks that I have learned, but most of it's just, it's like, why are you doing that? And then if with the why are you doing that, it's all, it's the magnifying glass is on myself. So I think that's interesting. So I don't know, but I appreciate y'all for letting me talk and for watching my channel. And I want to make some more videos. I want to talk about some more stuff. I want to talk about my some of my family that I recently got I recently got back in touch with and communicate with that I haven't talked to in a long time. I want to talk about my feelings and different things, and just talk more about the fear. Like move forward, feel fear. If it's if I identify the fear, I can step through that door. Do I want to step through that door and change my mentality? What's my mentality going to be like? Do I know myself well enough? It's like there's the process of that, what I just said, but it's like, why am I afraid to begin with? Why do the doors, so to speak, in reference to the fear? Why are they there in the first place? So it's like stuff like that that I want to investigate. Maybe I'll come up with better answers or better, like a better understanding of how to do things. So I appreciate y'all, uh, and y'all have a great day or good night. All right, bye.